Apples of Gold in Settings of Silver, Week 4. Forget the former things. Isaiah 43, 18 and 19. Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. In January of 2017, many of my journal entries mentioned a sense that 2018 was going to be full of new beginnings. I had recently lost my job of almost 7 years. We had finally gotten medical help for some of Jim's physical ailments, and I was starting back to college after a 46-year hiatus. Sounded like new beginnings to me. I was hopeful the new year would bring some positive changes, along with needed rest and restoration. It had been a rough year. My emotions were raw, and I felt like I couldn't take much more stress. Things had settled down to a dull roar when Jim passed away suddenly on March 6, 2018. Talk about new beginnings. Not quite what I had in mind. When you've been married nearly 40 years, you barely know who you are as an individual anymore. I felt chained to my pain, lost and in need of a Savior to comfort me. The Lord took me back to Isaiah's admonition, forget the former things. Of course I'll never forget Jim or the love we shared. What a blessing he was to me. And I'll never forget all the wonderful years at Cody Labs and the great people I worked with there. But God is doing something new in me. He is healing, encouraging, and preparing me for something I don't even fully recognize yet. And because there is something new coming, I can relax my grip on the past and look forward to what is ahead. He promised to make a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. I clung to those words when I didn't know how finances would come and wondered if going back to school was the best thing for me. Music was one of the things God used to reach my broken heart. I heard the Gaither Vocal Band sing Zach Williams' song, Chainbreaker. The chorus goes something like this: if you've got pain, he's a pain taker. If you feel lost, he's a way maker. If you need freedom or saving, he's a prison-shaking savior. If you got chains, he's a chain breaker. Chainbreaker reminded me that being chained in the painful grief process, feeling lost and not sure of what comes next, is something God is totally familiar with and willing to become deeply involved with in our lives. He knew how to step in and ease the pain so I could move forward, and he knew how to make a way for me so I wouldn't feel so lost. He reached into my emotional prison and gave it a good shaking, time and time again, freeing me to worship when the feelings weren't there. What a great God we serve, and how grateful I am to the Savior who cared enough to provide me with salvation, a future, and a hope. What would I do without him? Father, thank you for new beginnings, even the ones that aren't comfortable and don't seem fun. Thank you that you are with us and go before us to make a way in the wilderness and to refresh us with streams in a wasteland. We are so thankful for your unconditional love. We praise you for your ever-present help. We adore you for taking us through each day by your grace. There aren't enough words to worship you well. Thank you.